Have you ever wondered how to prepare for retirement, in particularly in your 60s? Well, by the end of this video, you will have a roadmap to help you plan for retirement and live all the way through retirement so that you have a secure, wonderful, happy retirement.
To learn more about securing your retirement and all the different elements you need to know, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you'll be notified of every episode we post on Mondays. We have helped hundreds of clients build a roadmap to prepare for retirement. Now it's your turn. Let's dive in.
Number one, identify your retirement starting point. Well, how do you do this? Well, you've got to get some information and put it together. And that means you're going to need to collect all of your accounts, what the different values are. You're going to need to understand your income needs. And that's going to be a lot of different little things that you do there when it comes to your income needs. We always talk about breaking your income needs down into three categories: your essential needs, your wants, and your legacy money or giveaway money, meaning money that you want to give to charity or to the next generation. So if you break down how much money you're spending or you want to spend in retirement in those three categories, it'll truly help you get your true starting point when it comes to that. The other part is Social Security. Now, Social Security is a big issue, and the reason why is because you get to pick your starting point. So you're going to want to identify, do you want to start at age 62, full retirement age, which would be 66 and some months, or full, or the most extended part of that, which would be age 70 on Social Security. Now, you might read articles that say automatically go to age 70. But you might be surprised to learn that that really depends upon your very personal situation. The other part is your pension. Now, your pension, again, the longer you wait, the bigger it gets. And so what we want to do is to make sure that you understand the best time to take your pension. By the way, sometimes pensions allow you to take a lump sum instead of the income. Sometimes that might make sense. So again, what we want to do is to try to get our starting point by identifying all the different elements that you would have as you get closer to retirement. So again, make sure you get all of your accounts, make sure you understand exactly what your values are, your income, Social Security, and pension, and that will be your very first step.
Number two, know your destination. What I mean by this is have a goal as far as when you want to retire, and then more importantly, how you want to live when you actually do retire. Do you want to have the ability to leave money behind to potential heirs or friends, family, whoever it may be, to charity? And then also how you want to live in retirement. What types of activities do you want to be doing? Do you want to be still working part-time? Do you want to be traveling? Do you want to be participating in your kids' and grandkids' lives? So there's a lot of different things that are out there when you actually do retire and you want to be able to stay active and stay focused. So you kind of have to come up with, well, I've made it this far. I've gotten to retirement. Now what's the next step? How am I going to fulfill this next stage of my life?
Number three, build a retirement roadmap. A roadmap is something that always helps us get to our destination. But what does it mean to build a retirement roadmap? Well, we first of all have to know where are we at today? What's our starting point? And what do our numbers look like? We're going to get that when we compile all of our accounts and our account values and when we build our income plan. Now, when we build our income plan, we have to think about all the different things you want to do in retirement. Meaning, do you want to travel? Do you want to be able to do things for your family? Sometimes we've had clients that wanted to take a vacation and bring all their family with them. Or are there things you wanted to do in your home, maybe to make it more retirement friendly? Sometimes clients want to redo their kitchen, or they want to figure in how they're going to deal with cars, and so they say, I want a new car every 5 years. We have to really think that through so that we make sure that our roadmap will take us all the way through retirement on our destination. Now, it's really important that we remember taxes. Now, the way we help our clients with this is we say, what are you spending without worrying about the taxes, and then we add the taxes on. But we have to consider taxes. If you don't consider taxes, things could get real sloppy and ugly real quick. So you have to remember what that's a part of the plan. And then the final thing is, don't forget inflation. Inflation can eat away or erode what our income will actually buy. We all the time show our clients that if you retire today, and let's just make up a number and say you needed to spend or wanted to spend $5,000 a month, in about 18 to 20 years, it's going to be nearly double that in order for you to have the same lifestyle. So we have to build that into the plan. But here's the beauty. If we have a retirement roadmap, we can plan all those things out and have a very, very good idea as to whether or not we're going to have a secure retirement. Please comment below and let us know what you think would make you happy in retirement.
Number 4, plan for retirement roadblocks. Now, in any journey, it's very possible you may come up to a roadblock. Raiden and I, we believe that there is no such thing as a perfect retirement plan, and they need to be actively monitored. And so there are things that can happen throughout retirement. One in particular is your investment risk. So understanding your investment risk is very important. Knowing what you are exposed to is very important. Let's say you walk into retirement and all of a sudden you experience another 2008 where the markets dropped anywhere from 30 to 50%. Can your retirement plan withstand that? So that's very important. Understanding the ability for your investments to make a return. We don't want to overstate as far as what the plan is going to return. We want to be able to make sure that the investments, we have something that is a dependable number that we can rely on. So don't go with the 7, 8, 9, 10% rate of return. Go with something conservative. That way it's all built into the plan. Health problems, they come up all the time. We don't know what they are. We don't know when they are going to happen. So we want to make sure that we have something planned for a health problem. And then a major one is long-term care. Long-term care, whether or not you have the insurance, knowing whether or not that you can self-insure or having the analysis done to know that you actually do need to buy some type of insurance, whether it's traditional long-term care insurance or a hybrid version of that. Long-term care happens quite a bit. We see that, on average, 50% of the time, someone is going to have that type of scenario. So we want to build that into the plan and to make sure that we can withstand that as far as the retirement plan goes too. So a few roadblocks that do come up quite often that we want to be thinking about all the time in our retirement plan.
Number 5, we call this one retirement cruise control. But we have to be really careful when we think about being on a cruise control. You've got to think about it as how you drive in your car. If you set cruise control, you still have to monitor the situation. You just can't forget it. So periodically, we have to make sure we look at our surroundings. We might have to make a little adjustment. We might see ongoing traffic and have to slow down, or maybe we need to go around somebody. So even if we put things on cruise control, there are still adjustments that need to be made. So we say you need to monitor your retirement plan all the way up to and through retirement, because things will change. The environment will change. Returns, the markets, inflation, the environment when it comes to whatever it might be, political, economic. All of those things could change in our life, and we can pivot or make little adjustments, and we can cruise right through retirement just like you would in a car, but we just have to make sure that we're watching and monitoring so we make it all the way through and have a happy retirement. A retirement roadmap can help you plan for and get started into retirement. But what else do you need? Well, Merce and I have created a mini video course called 4 Steps to Secure Your Retirement. Over those 4 videos, we walk you through step by step exactly what you need so that you can plan for and live through retirement, making sure that you have a successful, secure retirement. We've also created a podcast called Secure Your Retirement. You can subscribe to the podcast with the link below.
For more retirement tips, watch these videos. Create your retirement income plan. Investing during retirement. Buy and hold or active management. If you like this video, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends.